Oh, wait, who's that? Who's that? Oh, hi. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's beach report. I've got my big sun hat on. It's super hot here. I'm in Deerfield Beach live right now at the Deerfield Beach Pier over here. Over there. There's the pier. Got lots of people out today. Lots of people in the water. Hi, Jenny. How you doing, my friend? So good to see you. Everybody's swimming. The water is warm and beautiful. I was running in and out of it earlier, like I like to do for my workout. Look, I love this lady's bathing suit, by the way. She looks fantastic. Sparkles. Anyway, just saying. We old ladies like our sparkly things. I know I do. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous beach day here in sunny Florida. It is heavenly. That's a good way to put it, Jenny. If this is what heaven looks like, sign me up. Hello, Janet. How are you, my dear friend? So good to see you guys. Welcome. Welcome to today's beach report. And look, I'm standing in front of these rocks. Love on the rocks. Ain't no big surprise. Pour me a drink and I'll tell you some lies. Yesterday is gone. And all I want is a smile. Staying busy is the best thing to do, Janet. You know what they say about idle hands. You know, it really is true that people who don't have a purpose often find a bad purpose. So always stay busy, especially you young people. Never be bored. Look at these people running in the ocean. That's the Atlantic Ocean. Everybody's having a fine time today. Look at all those people swimming in the drink. Florida is calling you, Luann. We miss you. We love you. So good to see everybody. Lots of people out today. Our tourist season has begun. I can always tell when the tourists are here because it's hard to find a parking spot. Oh, the soothing rhythm of the water and the waves. Let me know if you see any fins. They're out there. They're definitely out there. I think the tide is probably about to come in, but it's low tide right now, which is why I'm able to stand in front of these rocks. They help to shield my phone from the sun. Some of you may have realized that I tried to do a driving video earlier today. Hey, USA. I want to swim with dolphins. Well, maybe not. They're better swimmers than I am, for sure. Yeah, I tried to do Caroline Levitt's press conference earlier this morning, and unfortunately it wasn't working out for me. And then I realized that my phone was going to fry because I was driving, and it's just too hard to have it in the heat of the sun. So that's why I am actually hiding from the sun right now behind these rocks. Isn't it a beautiful, beautiful day? Of course there are sharks. All sorts of sharks. Maybe some land sharks. Remember that? Land shark. Too bad the Periscope app isn't available. YouTube won't allow another company to take their metadata. Yeah, well, I don't understand all that stuff. All I know is it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a good day for this neighborhood, a beautiful day in this neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you be? Won't you be? Please won't you be my neighbor? Don't lie about Fred Rogers, please. That's not nice. Really rude. It's called defamation. Lying about other people is a bad thing to do. Hey Vance, you're right about cold weather being hard on old people, and that's why this old lady lives in Florida. But look at all these people having so much fun in the ocean. Especially the children. Makes me so happy. Hi Gracie, I'm live. How's everybody doing today? It is a beautiful, beautiful day. So it's probably in the upper 70s right now. It's kind of hard to tell when you got the sun beating down on you and that ocean breeze, but I'm gonna guess probably about 79, 80 degrees at the moment. This is Florida, Ray. This is Deerfield Beach, Florida, and I'm on the beach. Every day at the beach is a good day. Chicago has different beaches. Hi everyone, hello. Waving at you from sunny South Florida. On the beach, as usual. We don't call this the beach report for nothing. I take you to the beach every day if I can. Yes, see my hat, Mayan. Hello. Hello. I know, it's the best weather right now, Jenny. This is our season. Like, we literally live for this weather. Everyone's in Florida because of the weather. Destin, Florida is gorgeous, Rick. Absolutely gorgeous, and I love it, and I got to get back there. The beach report tries to go to all the beaches. Don't ask me to pick a favorite because they're all wonderful. Happy Wednesday, Catherine. Good to see you, my dear friend. I know, I love Destin too. Destin is a special place. Very, very special place. And you're looking at the Deerfield Beach Pier. I always have to laugh at these people who think I should swim in the ocean with my camera. It's not going to happen. I have been paragliding, Jenny. I could tell you a story about that. I actually, here's a true story. I actually jumped out of a plane once as a cub reporter for the Sandpaper on Long Beach Island. My publisher and editor thought that it would be cool if somebody jumped out of a plane for a story. And since I was the youngest one and I had just joined the editorial team, I decided I would volunteer despite the fact that I am very afraid of heights. So I did. I went to a place in Pittstown, New Jersey. Pittstown, New Jersey. That's from a girl who's from Pittsburgh, okay? Anyway, showed up in Pittstown, New Jersey, and for like 5 hours, they taught us how to jump out of a plane. And we even had to jump off of this very high platform, which scared the living daylights out of me. But I did it, and then at the end of all the training, we didn't get to jump because it was bad weather that day, and I was kind of relieved. And then they called us back the next day to do it. This time, I get in a plane, 5 other people. I'm the last one to jump because I'm the littlest one. And I'm wearing the flak suit and everything, and I watch everybody else jump out of the plane, and they all look all right. Then it gets to be my turn. Static line deployment. You know what that means? That means you've got a cord on you. And when you jump, that cord will release and you will be in the air by yourself. Oh yeah. I did not jump with an instructor backup account. I jumped all by myself, which looking back was insane. Insane. 24 years old, I believe. Completely ridiculously stupid. As they say in my generation, retarded. That's a good word for what I was back then. Retarded. Yes. I had a lot of guts, but also kind of retarded. Sorry, but just not the brightest bulb. Just wanting to, I just wanted to be free and be me and do my thing and show everybody that the cute little girl could be an intrepid journalist and jump out of a plane. And so I did. I stood on the wing of that Cessna. I don't remember what kind of Cessna it was. I just know it was a Cessna. And it had a wing. And I stood on the wing in my flak suit. And the man who had taught me how to jump out of the plane said 3, 2, 1, slapped me on the ass, and jump I did into the abyss. Now, when you jump out of a plane by yourself, you're supposed to look up and you're supposed to see your parachute, which should open within seconds. That's not what happened. You think this is a good story now, Catherine? You just sit tight and wait. Hey, Drag. Okay, so I'm in the air, and I look up, and instead of seeing my parachute, I see a ball. A ball, mind you. You're not supposed to see a ball, and I know this is wrong. Now, they give everybody a one-way radio. I had inadvertently turned my one-way radio off in the plane. I didn't realize it until I looked up, saw a ball, didn't know what to do. So I messed around with the radio until I got it to turn on. And then that instructor that slapped me in the ass and sent me out of the plane, well, he was beside himself. He was screaming, he was flipping out, and all he could say was, pull your reserve, pull your reserve, pull your reserve. And I'm like, oh, all right. Well, they did train us to do that. There's a key when you pull the reserve. And they told us if you have to pull your reserve, you don't want to throw that key on the ground and hit anybody. So put it in your flak suit. So I pulled the key out, and I could hear the guy, and he's screaming, whip it down, whip it down. He meant the chute, but first little bit, I thought he meant the key, and I thought, he told us not to do that. This is me being retarded, mind you. So I threw the key to the ground, like a child. Look, see my shadow here? Like this. Boom! And the second I threw that key to the ground, I knew that was wrong. And I was like, oh, he means the chute, whip the chute down. Hi, Vicky. So, okay. So here's me, ball up here, reserve chute and whip it down, whip it down. Okay, well, I can't whip anything down. I weigh like 110 pounds soaking wet. I'm not strong enough to whip something down in midair, mind you. Like, I don't know how many thousands of feet, 5,000 feet above the earth. I don't know. Not good with numbers. All I know is that this guy is having a conniption fit. And he's very upset, and I feel sorry for him because, you know, I'm okay. I feel fine. I'm actually, you know, hurtling towards Earth, but that doesn't seem to bother me because I'm retarded. Okay, so I finally start to feed this parachute out, feeding it out, not whipping it down, feeding it out. And he's screaming and I'm feeding and I'm like, dude, calm down, calm down. Finally, the chute opens. One chute, two chutes, and I've got two parachutes. And it's a lovely thing. And it buoys me and I'm like, woo! And I'm flying above the air and I'm like, this isn't bad. And I can hear the guy on the radio, and he is like, you're going to be okay now. Just don't look down. I'm like, okay, so I don't look down. I look straight ahead. I see the horizon, and I meow until, boom, my feet hit the ground, and the back of the parachute lays me down. So soft and kind. And that's how I survived jumping out of a plane with a parachute that malfunctioned. So then I sat there in the middle of a field in front of a very nice house. And the guy on the radio still sounded pretty breathless and upset, but he was better. And he said, just wait, we'll be right there. I waited maybe 5-10 minutes and he showed up. And when he did, he gave me the biggest bear hug I've ever had and told me that he truly believed that I would die. I literally had 2, maybe 3 seconds tops to get that chute going, or there would be no beach report. And that's the story of how Jill jumped out of a plane, and we'll never do it again. Anyway, I don't remember being in Pinellas, but I'm not in Pinellas. I didn't even land on my arse, Deborah. I landed on my feet and it laid me down straight like I was in a bed. It was a wonderful thing. I love watching kids run into the ocean. They're so happy. Looks like Florida to me. So the Beach Report is an international show, and I know we have people watching from all over the world. I think we have people, where's everybody watching from? What countries are you guys watching from? Yes, I'm just like a cat. Exactly, Deborah. I am more like a cat than you think. I've had my share of the 9 lives. I don't know how many lives I've had, but I think I'm up to at least 8 or 9 at this point. I am 60 years old and not for nothing. All right, we got Ohio, Southern California, Florida, Elba, Alabama, Virginia. Well, there's no gloomy here. You're not in the Galapagos Islands, are you? Holy crow, that's cool. Oakland Park, what? California? We have an Oakland Park, Florida, Frank. So let me know which. You local or not? Alabama, Georgia, Indiana. All right, that's good to know that we've got lots of Americans on here today. Georgia. North Carolina is lovely. I love the Carolinas, by the way. In my mind, I'm going to Carolina. Can't you feel the sunshine? Can't you just feel the moonshine? Hit me just like a friend of mine. Hit me from behind. See, I'm gone to Carolina in my mind. Yeah, there's everybody sings about Carolina. What's a pro-doxer? What does that mean? You like to tell people's addresses or something? Oh, that's great. Okay, well, good for you. You can tell my exact location now, but guess what? Pretty soon I won't be here anymore. All right, Elsie, do your best. Gracie's son is visiting from Colorado. His girl is coming down next week. They're going to the beach. All right, Elsie, do your best. Let me know my exact location. I'll tell you if it's true. Sin City, are you Las Vegas? Las Vegas is a wild and wacky place. Hey, Todd, I'm always going somewhere, to the beach. Always going to the beach. I've literally never been to the Outer Banks. I have to go to the Outer Banks. Thank you, Trey. I'm glad you're here. I appreciate your subscription, your subscribing, and your liking. Well, I love Florida. I don't want to leave it. I'll be here 11 years this year, so, and it's my favorite place to be. But I do travel, and I will be traveling this spring actually, so stay tuned for that. Kentucky. Oh, Orlando, really? What do you like about Orlando? Are you a Disney World fan? I don't know. I'm not crazy about Disney. There are lots of places in Florida without many people. And even there's beaches without many people. Every time I go to Hutchinson Island, there are not that many people there. It depends on what beach you go to. The big cities are a lot. I agree. I like smaller coastal cities too, and you can find lots of them here on the Florida coastline. Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's beach report. So I'm glad to see a lot of people on today are actually Americans, and I'd like to know, how do you feel about the fact that President Trump and crew have uncovered, actually Nick Shirley, have not just uncovered Somalian fraud and Minnesota fraud, and you know, people say, well, it's not all Somalians. No, but most of the fraud is Somalian. So there's that. There's that. Deb, you need to get back here. I don't know where Ellington is, Todd. Is that north, south, middle? Anyway, I was listening to I tried to listen to the entire hearing about the Somalian fraud, and I don't think it's only Somalians. I actually think it's all Democrats. They're the ones who are the fraudsters. I believe that they shipped Somalians in because they could use them very nicely for their plans of fraud. And the Somalians were all good with it because, you know, Al-Shabaab gets like a cut of everything. Oh, we've got someone here from India. Do you live in India? Hey, Common Sense, you know exactly what Trump's doing, don't you? I don't think you do. I don't think that President Trump is sending billions to other countries. That would be the Democrats. Anybody who's been in government in the United States for the past 50 years is probably on the take. This is what I think. 75 down south, down below Tampa. West Coast or East Coast? I don't know what Queen Anne's Revenge is. If it's for divers, it seems like it's something in the ocean. Anyway, I'm happy to announce to the whole world that Americans are done with fraud, and we're pretty angry. Oh, it's a ship. Oh, West Coast. Yeah, I know Tampa is West Coast, but he said south of Tampa. So I wasn't sure if he's still on the West Coast or on the East Coast, but that does make sense. Near Clearwater. Yeah, not a fan of Clearwater since it seems to be owned by the Scientologists, which is a cult. Exactly, Deb. Nobody's dating here, Shrap, so we don't care if you're single, married, widowed. I'm a widow, and I'm not looking for a man. So if you're looking for a woman or something, you're going to have to go to a different website or a different YouTube channel. This is not the channel for you. Oh, the Blackbeard ship. That's interesting. So that pier for real is Deerfield Beach Pier. That's what it is. And I gave up my location to that person who said they were a professional doxer. So if you can tell me where I am, then I'm not that impressed because I just told everyone where I am. Thanks, Todd. I don't see any homeless people here, not at the moment. But it's easy to see the homeless in Florida. Just drive down the streets of Fort Lauderdale and they will jump out in front of your car in the middle of every intersection. So that's what they do. I do love Naples. You never know. You might see, maybe that lady could be homeless. No, I don't know. It's okay, gaming. It's all good. Don't say gay, Todd. Don't say gay. So, yeah, I think that it's becoming pretty clear to Americans that the fraud is widespread. It's everywhere. It's every single city. It's every welfare program. It might not be everybody who's on welfare, but it's a large amount of people. How many people do you know personally who have bragged to you that they get SNAP benefits and they sell them? How many people do you know? I personally could call out 5 people just off the top of my head. Oh, roofing on a Walmart near there, and we would cool off at the beach. I like to be a roofer at a nice beach. You know, put the roof on someone's house. That looks like a great job. Yes, Jason, you're right. There's no nonsense at the beach, and I love the beach for that reason too. You're absolutely right about that. And you know what, Deb? Some people are not on benefits because they won't cheat and steal. That's another thing. There are people who won't do it, and I am one of them. And I could qualify for all that stuff because I don't make a lot of money as a journalist, author, YouTuber. But I would never, ever take government assistance because I managed to have a good life without a lot of money. I don't need money to be happy. Not everybody can do that. And gaming, I feel for you. There are a lot of people who are disabled. They work their whole lives. they deserve benefits and they don't get them because the scammers get them instead. The world is upside down. I don't want to pay taxes anymore, honestly. I don't want to do it. I feel like somebody walked in to my life and literally took my money. I've paid taxes my whole life. I've never stolen anything from anybody. When I was in my early 20s, I worked in New York City. I was writing for a Viacom television show, a Nickelodeon show actually. And one day my show went on hiatus and it didn't come back and it got cut off. And I found out that I was eligible for unemployment benefits. So everyone told me I should go to the unemployment office and get unemployment benefits because I paid into that system and I deserve it. Well, I looked for another job. So I did this, 23, 24 years old. And I got the benefits quite easily. I stood in line with everyone else. I didn't feel right about it, but I did it. Everyone told me that it was my right as an American citizen to do this. And they gave me benefits. And then I worked as much as I could as a freelance editor. I edited a guy's play. I worked at Rolling Stone magazine as a freelance editor. I used to edit Rolling Stone every month in the basement with Sid Holt. Hey, Beachy. And I did lots of different odd jobs to make money. And when I went back to the unemployment office, they asked me why I didn't take all the money that was due to me because I showed them, look, I worked all these days. I was trying to find a job. I love thrifting, Todd. I don't love it, actually. I hate it, but but I do have my stylist and one of my BFFs. She's the queen of thrifting, so she's taught me to appreciate it. Yes, that's right, Deb. My talented little beach critter. That's funny. So I'm so fed up, Beachy, actually. I'm not sad, I'm angry. And it's hard to make me angry because I'm not an angry person. But when I think about that time when I took unemployment insurance, and they asked me why I didn't take it all, and they were like disappointed that I didn't take it all, that I was trying to find a job. It was crazy. I don't know. I lifted myself up and then I moved to Switzerland because I just didn't like what I was seeing in this country. And I became a wife and a mother. And I learned about life in Switzerland and grew up in a way that you grow up when you're a mom, but in a different country. And I learned a lot about the world. And now I'm gonna recap on the press release, the press conference today with Carolyn Levitt and RFK Jr. and a bunch of other people talking about the fact that the American people have been fed the worst food in the world. Like everything so processed, full of bad carbohydrates, full of seed oils, full of things that humans shouldn't be eating, and tricked into eating that way. I moved to Switzerland in 1990, married a Swiss guy, and raised Swiss babies because the food there was fresh. Hey, Anthony, you're going to Orlando, going to see your mama. Good to see you too. We're just talking about the poison food here in America. And that's one of the reasons why I left this country. So I'm writing a new book about this. This is why you're going to hear a lot about it from me. We're all puffer fish, GMO sodium. Yeah, puffer fish. Good one, Deb. I'm so pleased to see RFK Jr. leading Americans to have better food to eat. I mean, look at these people. Look at how heavy they are, and they're at the beach. Most of these people that you see coming from other countries, I know I hear them talking, and most of it's not English, but what really makes me angry is the Americans who've worked their whole lives. Like my husband, before he died, he had to prove to the government that he had nothing, didn't own a house, didn't have anything in order to get what he thought was health care, but really just turned out to be pain meds until he died. And $1 million worth of radiation until he died. All the food in America is good for you. The manufacturers will not put any poisonous food on the shelves because the manufacturers are honest. Sure, Anthony. Yeah, we all know that's not true. But I am really, really excited to see the Trump administration acknowledging that the food is this bad, and that hopefully my grandchildren will grow up with healthy food. And you won't see 6-year-olds so obese they can barely see out of their eyes, which are slits. Hi, Paul. It's frustrating, but I don't think you should be calling people heavy. Medication and other things. Yes, no, I'm not saying it's their fault for being heavy. I'm not blaming anybody. Yes, it's medication. Yes, it's bad food. Yes, it's seed oils. Yes, it's a food pyramid that was completely misleading. Yes, it's education that excludes nutrition. Yes, it's doctors who don't think that nutrition is important and would rather give you meds instead of tell you that if you want to stop being diabetic, try fasting. Yes, they make people addicted. That's right, E pluribus. And adding dyes. Thank you, Beachy. Exactly. Did you know that most of the additives like dyes, including high fructose corn syrup, are illegal in every country except for ours? Doesn't that make you sick? Our food is so toxic and horrible here in America that if you send it to another country, they will not let you sell it. It's so, I know, holding hands. I know, how cute are they? I love it. Yeah, that's beautiful. They're waving. They're so sweet. We Americans have been poisoned. We've been ripped off. And then when we try to point it out, we get beaten up and told to shut up. And I'm over it, guys. Oh, Deb, isn't that crazy that they want Cheetos? I mean, you can start a fire with that stuff. It would be better for you to start a fire with it than eat it. Well, Beachy, it's all about additives. It's about companies learning how to make people addicted, because the cigarette companies, Philip Morris, and what's the one I think that makes Marlboro? It might be a different one. What are the two big cigarette companies? When they saw that we were mad that we were getting sick smoking cigarettes that they had doctors approve, then they bought the food companies like Kellogg's and Quaker Oats. All those name brands, all those American, your Pop-Tarts. Your Pop-Tarts are crap. I love Pop-Tarts more than anything. Don't eat them. They're so bad for you. You got that right, Maurice. MAGA indeed. Here's something you notice when you're at the beach. The people are not that overweight. When you go up north, you see people 2, 3, 4 times the size of the people you see here walking along the beach. Oh, beachy Pop-Tarts are just full of seed oils and all sorts of horrible things. Just read the packaging, read the labels. You know, fitness, tobacco is actually not, well, nicotine is not bad for you. But it's all the additives that they put into the tobacco to make it addictive. I thought Pop-Tarts were the bomb when I was a kid. I wasn't allowed to eat them. Now I thank my parents for not letting me eat junk food as a child. And when I moved to Switzerland, there was no junk food for my kids. They didn't grow up with it. Yes, nicotine is a supplement. You're right, fitness. We're finding out all sorts of interesting things. If they told us it was good for you, turns out it was bad. If they told us it was bad, turns out it was good. Are you stalking me, Savage? RJ Reynolds, thank you, Todd. That's it. RJ Reynolds and Philip Morris. Who are the people who own those companies? I'd like to thank them personally. Yeah, they do say that nicotine helps with dementia, but it's not the addictive ingredient in cigarettes. My son thought a granola bar was candy. Then you did it right, Deb. You did it right. They make it hard to eat healthy on purpose, caveman. And they've been telling you how to do it wrong all this time. Telling you to avoid fats. Making foods that have more sugar and no fat. Oh, the milk thing, taking the fat out of the milk. Horrible. Horrible what they've done. I'm really, really proud of President Trump. I voted for everything that's happening right now. It's so hard to eat healthy because everywhere you turn is a snack called sugar-free, but in reality, nope. And if you see natural flavorings, that's called chemicals. They lie about absolutely everything. At the end of the day, Maurice, what we have to do is understand that our bodies were made amazing by God. We were created so perfectly. And we are living through so much garbage and crap. Oh my gosh, there's this friend of mine. She told me about this old lady that she's helping. And the old lady can't eat anything with, what is it? Is it iron? She has to take, she can't eat vitamin C. I don't know. Her body adapted to it because she couldn't get it when she was a kid. Anyway, I'm talking out of my ass because I don't know what really happened here. I just know that the lesson I learned from it is that people are so amazing. We can adapt to absolutely anything. You can eat a lot of crap, but you can eat nothing. And you can still be able to run and jump and be as healthy as this little girl here. Yeah, Greg seems like a terrorist. So I'm going to report Greg, and I hope the rest of you will as well. People like Greg need to be reported. So thank you for pointing that out to me, Deb. If you want to be a moderator, You can, because I'm making you one. You're on, Deb. Now you're a moderator. So, Beachy, you admit that you eat unhealthy. Why do you do that to yourself? Yes, I voted for President Trump very proudly because the other people who were running, one of them was named Tim Waltz. And now we're all finding out that he is a horrible thief and criminal. Hey, Holly. That's right, Maui. The Democrat Party, they tried to make us elect a total thief. Can you even with that? Finding out the truth about Tim Waltz and the fact that he ran for vice president and either wasn't vetted at all or they liked that he was a total criminal. I mean, wasn't that why Kamala was elected, or why the Democrats liked her? Because she would do anything they told her to do? Hi, Christ. I'm guessing that Tim Waltz would have done anything that the regime told him to do as well. Because he's a total flippin' criminal. They all are. Noise. I'm not going to be nice when it comes to Tim Waltz. I'm angry. I'm madder than a wet hen over Tim Waltz. That they wanted that man to be vice president. And if you listen to the whistleblowers today and the testimony, he knew exactly what was going on. Ever since he was elected, he knew it exactly, and that's why he pulled out of his bid for a third term. Very despicable man. Thank you, Maui. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Tim Waltz is a criminal. It's okay, Todd. I think he's more obsessed with making money or staying out of jail. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he understands how serious it is what he's done. M&M. What's you mean M&M's like the M&M's, Beachy? Like the candy, like M&M Mars? Oh. Hello, Scotland. Oh, look at these boats. Look, they're racing. Fishing boats are racing. This guy's totally in the lead. Actually, I was wrong about the tide coming in. The tide is going out 100%. It's not coming in at all. Children are screaming. Don't hit my porpoise. I know. I love boats. This is Florida, Alec. Down there is Deerfield Beach Pier. That little girl picked up something gross. I can only imagine what it was. Look at these rocks. Look at that guy. How to get all the way up there. I wouldn't do that. It could be slippery. Yeah, Justin, the older I get, the less I care. You know what, Justin? I don't feel that way. I feel like the older I get, the more important. Look, she's having a photo shoot. The older I get, the more important it is to leave a legacy of a country that's good for people. Cali is flooding under snow or on fire. Prayers welcome. My goodness, Deb. I'm sorry. My son's in LA, so. Yeah, I'm wearing a big beach hat today because it was really, really sunny, and now it's not. Clouds are setting in. It's an absolutely beautiful day here. This is Deerfield Beach, Florida, live. And it looks like we're gonna walk up here past all these rocks. Our sunset will not take place tonight. Look how gorgeous that is. Mentally, I'm great. I'm great, Beachy. I'm always great. I'm a happy girl. I've got God in my life. And I have a purpose. I stay busy. I stay active. I stay fit. I love life. I believe your greatest wealth, though, is your health. And in the past 20 years especially, I feel like Americans' health has declined to the point that it's heartbreaking. Yes, everybody has a purpose and must fulfill that purpose. And they talk about paying people not to work. Just stay home, play video games. That does not make for a happy life. Corinthians 10:31. So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do, do it all for the glory of God. Love it. That is beautiful. Thank you for that, Beachy. Do it all for the glory of God. That's what the beach report. I actually have chills. Thank you. Because that's how I feel, and that's why I do the beach report. For the glory of God. And y'all see sometimes people come on this show and they don't believe in God. And I hope that when they leave, they do. Or they at least think about it. Hey, Romania, happy 2026. She says, my purpose is to be an example to everyone else of what not to do. And you know, G, you laugh about that, but actually, I'm sorry, but it is true. When you see people that are doing it wrong, you do realize you don't want to be that way. Exactly, Beachy. God, people think you can't see God, but I can't see air and I know it's there. Ooh, check this out. Wow. I saw one of those on the West Coast the other day. Now, this reminds me of E.T. on the bicycle. There they go. You never know what you're going to see on the beach report. So I tell my story pretty often, but I have to keep saying it. Aw, gee, I can't help it. I was just made that way. Well, you know, G, you do have to accept that you were made that way by God. And you are on your special journey by yourself with the Lord, who made you in his image and wants you to have a good life. Yes, God is like oxygen. You can't see it, but you need it to survive. Keep alive the joy of the child within you. I love that. That's why we have grandchildren. That's why we have the ocean. I believe the ocean is where you release your inner child. Look at those people way out there. Wow, the tide's really low right now. Look at the birds, how free they are. They have busy lives and a purpose. We have good waves, footballs. We just don't have good waves today. It depends. You never know when you'll get the good waves. Dear Jesus focuses on praising God, seeking His will, asking for daily needs, forgiveness, and protection from evil with common modern versions. Oh, gee. Oh, I feel you. I feel you. And I do have to say that I have been waiting like a hawk for my own chance to become a grandmother. And finally, this spring, yeah. I'm not really allowed to talk about it, but I'm just saying thank you, Demoke. Yeah, it's true, footballs. We do have great waves. We have surfing and everything. But it just depends. You just never know. The ocean is always different. Look at this little pair of birds. Aren't they sweet? Hi, Drew. I have a son and a daughter. And I'll just say, it's not my son who's making me the grandma. It's the other one. Thanks, Holly. I'm over the moon. I'm so happy and excited. Dear Jesus, I pray you keep me safe and help me obey your word when needing forgiveness. I love you, Yahweh. That's beautiful, Beachy. Thank you. I love that. Yes, one of my greatest dreams and wishes and prayers is about to come true. I don't want to talk about it too much. It's too exciting. It's too special for me. All those times I'm doing my show and some young punk comes on, calls me grandma. You have no idea how that rips me in the heart. She understands, right? I want to be a grandma so bad. I know it's got to be the best, Holly. It's already the best. And I haven't even gotten started and I'm so excited. I got to see an in the womb picture of my grandchild yawning. Deb, right? It just I look at it all the time. I'm like, oh, that little face yawning. I'm crying right now just thinking about it. It's so amazing. I swear that baby looks like her mama. What do you guys think about new babies? Parents these days don't seem to want to know if they're having a boy or a girl. What's up with that? Look at this funny way the waves are breaking. I love watching this. This is so interesting. So there's a sandbar right here. Very, very deep water in the shallow sandbar. And look how the waves break. They like go off like a shot. It's so neat. They run into each other. Do you guys see that? This is Deerfield Beach, Florida. No shark attacks. We don't have sharks here. Oh, we do have sharks here, but I don't know. They're not attacking people. That doesn't happen very often. All right, Todd, what do you want to hear? I'm waiting. Look at that. Look at the waves. Look how they run into each other. Oh, country roads. Okay. Plow and dice first. Country road, take me home to the place where I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road. I don't know all the words to that one, but I do know the words to I was born a coal miner's daughter in a cabin on a hill in Butcher Holler. We were poor, but we had love. That's the one thing my daddy made sure of. He shoveled coal to make a poor man's dollar. My daddy worked all night in the family coal mine. On his farm to farm a forklift home. We were poor, but we had love. That's the one thing my daddy made sure of. Wait, did I already... Daddy loved and raised 8 kids on a miner's pay. She lives in Philadelphia. Mommy washed our clothes on a washboard every day. So like 2 days driving. From a mail order catalog. Money made from selling a hog. Mommy always managed to get money somewhere. Yeah, I'm proud to be a coal miner's daughter. I remember well the well where I drew water. Not much left but the floors. Nothing left here anymore. Except the memories of a coal miner's daughter. Your dad's a coal miner's son. My dad was born in Minersville, Pennsylvania. Neil Diamond. All the way around the world, we're coming to America. Every time that flag's unfurled, we're coming to America. We're coming to America today. Wait, what's a better Neil Diamond song? Is that Sweet Caroline? Is that Neil Diamond? I always get Neil Sedaka and Neil Diamond confused. Where it began. Do do do. Ba da beat da ba ba. Ba ba de boo beat do beat do. Hey Mark. You got married in your 50s. Wow. Da ba da ba. Ba 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 da da ba ba. Da ba de boo ba da ba ba. Warm. See you later, Beachy. Touching warm. Reaching out. Touching me. Touching you. Mark, you and me, 60. Sweet Caroline, ba ba ba. Good times never been so good, so good, so good. That is Deerfield Beach Pier. All right, I'm gonna walk right back up it over here. So Deerfield Beach is one of the few beaches in Florida that have rocks. I don't see a lot of beaches with rocks here, but there's rocks here. There's rocks up in Jupiter. There's actually a whole place called Blowing Rocks. My 87-year-old sister has a boyfriend. Freaking inspirational. Dadgummit. That is inspirational. Tub, that's kind of amazing. We don't have any seals here, though. And we don't have any gators here, Mark. I've never seen a gator on a Florida beach on the East Coast. I've actually never seen a gator on the beach, ever. Yeah, Seal Beach in California. Everyone knows Seal Beach in California. That's a famous place. Where I am right now, Deerfield Beach, pretty famous too. Pretty famous. Hey, Bo. You've seen beets on the beach? What do you mean beets, Holly? Yeah, Indian Rocks Beach too, right? Oh, Johnny Cash. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames are higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire. The ring of fire. I think that's a little too low for me. I saw bears last year, took the wife to Gatlinburg in June. There's bears in Gatlinburg? Holy guacamole. Love on the rocks, ain't no surprise. Pour me a drink and I'll tell you some lies. Yesterday is gone and all I want is a smile. New. First they say they want you, see how they really need you. Suddenly you find you're out there walking in the cold. And when they say they'll have you, then they really have you. There's nothing you can do or say. You gotta leave, just get away. We all know the score. Oh, beachy, I get it. Love on the rocks, ain't no surprise. And I'll tell you some lies. Yesterday is gone, and all I want is hell. It's Parkinson's, I didn't know that, Todd. Dang. All right, Bo. We're all good. We're all good here. I seem to have chased the trolls off. Have you guys noticed that we don't have very many trolls on anymore? Like, they're bored. I don't know. Heaven by Noon. I can't look things up on my show, Beach. I never heard of it. Yes, I go swimming all the time, Todd. I went swimming. Well, I don't really swim. I run in the water. I exercise. I jump around. I have fun. Sometimes I boogie board when the waves are good. Blowing Rocks is in Jupiter, too. I didn't know there was one in North Carolina. I love the ocean. I believe that the salt water heals everything. So many times in my life, and I have been broken, and I come to the ocean and I am made whole. And I was actually baptized in the ocean when I accepted Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. That's true, Gretchen. They don't like to be ignored. Jesus, we pray you help us today. Help us with lost ones we've missed, and trust you and love you. Amen. No, Todd, you can't be jealous of the beach report. You're on the beach report. That means you are at the beach. Please suspend all reality and join me at the beach. Blowing rocks sounds like drug activity. It does. Either that or something else equally bad, but it's actually beautiful. Oh, Indian Rocks is beautiful. Isn't that like kind of near Hutchinson Island or Bureau? Fort DeSoto State Park. You can interact with dolphins, manatees, and too many raccoons. I gotta go there, G. I gotta go there. I gotta do all the state parks. I have to buy a state park pass. So, if you guys would send me some super chats so I have enough money to buy a state park pass, I'd appreciate it. Call my son. Yes, I love to call my son. All right, Deb, get some sleep. You need sleep, and I am going to get myself some dinner. So I've been fasting every other day. I love it. It's so cool. It's like my eating days are so much fun, and my non-eating days are so much fun too. I'm going to tell everybody that you guys said hi. I mean, I'm going to tell my son that you guys said hi. He'll laugh. He'll go, oh, good one, Mom. All right. Demoke is all caught up. That's good. All right, you guys. We'll zoom in on these two people swimming in the ocean. That's us. All of us in the ocean. Glad you had a good time, Deb. Always good to see you. Yes, back up. It's always a beautiful day at the beach. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your day. This evening we might have a treat for you, so stay tuned to the beach report for your entertainment needs. This is Deerfield Beach, Isa, but you're a little bit late because I'm going, so you're going to have to watch the replay. You're fasting on Sunday, G? Let's see, what is today? Today is Wednesday, right? Is it Wednesday or is it Thursday? I think it's Wednesday. Jill never knows what day it is. Anyway, today's an eating day. Thursday's not an eating day. Friday's an eating day. Saturday's not an eating day. Sunday, no, I will not be fasting on Sunday. Love you, Luann. Later, Gator. Bye, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Ciao for now.